Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers, and we are back with another very special floor plan from Catalina that they designed for us here at Albuquerque RV. Albuquerque RV has a very close and special relationship with Catalina. We pretty much exclusively only carry Catalina as more of our traditional built travel trailer and tow behinds. So they designed this, and I think you guys are going to love it. It's lightweight, coming in right at like 4,000 pounds dry. I'm saying that's light because one thing that they added to this is a huge super slide. So usually that adds a ton of weight to trailers, but they managed to put this big of a slide in and keep it under 4,500 pounds. I think you guys are really going to love this. As you can see, I'm already roasting, so let's not spend too much time on this. Like always, we're going to do the specs first. It takes me 1 minute to do those specs, and then we'll dive inside. Let's go, guys. So the basic specs on this 2025 Catalina 184 MKS. Your unloaded vehicle weight is 4,210 pounds. Your cargo carrying capacity is 1,340 pounds, which brings your potential fully loaded weight to 5,550 pounds. Your hitch weight is 450 pounds. Your exterior length is 23 feet 1 inch total. Your exterior width is 7 feet 6 inches. Your tanks, your fresh water tank is 44 gallons, your gray water tank is 30 gallons, and your black tank is 30 gallons. Your awning size is 15 feet. Let's jump inside. All right, now that we got the specs done, let's jump into Catalina's newest 2025 couples coach that they're coming out with a super slide. Check that out. Tons of room, huh? I told you guys, you would not imagine that this thing only weighs 4,000 pounds dry. Such a nice trailer that you could pretty much tow with just about anything. As you can see, the front of the bed is facing east-west. This will, however, be an RV queen, so it's 60 by 74. I've seen a lot of people do things differently with these beds. Like you can always remove this little thing right here and put your standard queen because it's only 6 inches shorter. If you're not familiar with RV mattresses, they are 60 by 74 and your residential queen will be 60 by 80. But not bad. There is easily a way if you wanted to really squeeze that in. You could get that extra length, or you could put your pillows there on that, and then you have extra length too. So there's a lot of ways to actually get that extra 6 inches that you're losing on the residential queen. Up top, you do have a little bit of storage. And again, I'm doing something new for you guys. I measured everything out. Takes a little more work, but now it gives you a little more better idea. This storage up here is going to be 17 by 87. So pretty decent storage up top. It goes pretty far back, but it does like bow a little. So it gets a little shallow towards the end. If you like those measurements, leave a comment below. I'm going to keep doing it until people get annoyed because I might overdo it. Start measuring everything. But you do have a space to actually put your TV, which I really like. The only thing is if you wanted to make your bed longer or put your pillows there, you wouldn't be able to use this area. But if you're laying this way, your TV is straight on with the TV. I'm the type of person that likes to sit in bed and watch TV, So if that's you, I think this is positioned perfectly. They seem to never put them in like straight on spots with the bed. So there is backer board there. You have a plug down below. That circle plug is your USB and USB-C, your coax cable, and then another plug up above if you want to bring DVD players or anything like that along. So this is obviously your couch, but it will convert into a bed. And it just folds flat like that, like a futon. But what's nice about it is you do get storage down below as well. So this isn't theater seating, but what's nice is you get some storage down below. And the storage down below is 28 by 62, 13 inches tall from the floor to the top of the couch. So just imagine that. That is a lot of extra storage that you're getting underneath this couch because it's not, the theater seating. And then it just magnetically sticks just like that. This couch right here when it's folded down into the bed is 41 by 57. So it is a little on the shorter side, but the great thing about that is if you have grandkids that will occasionally come, you can accommodate them versus just having, you know, bunk beds that you never use. So both the dinette and the couch will convert into a bed. I got the measurements on the table as well. I did miss this plug. Look at that. So you got a plug there and another USB-C plug. Dang, there's 3 plugs just right here in this area where the bed is. Or if you're sitting at the couch, you could plug you know, your phone in or whatever you need to charge. I do want to point out that there is a little step up, but I'm not upset with it because watch when I sit down on this couch. Look at that. Plenty of room. I have small feet though. These are only like, I think I wear a size 8.5. So if you got big old monster feet, maybe they'll hang off. But I'm not mad with the step up just because your feet aren't dangling. Sometimes in these trailers, they won't do the step up and your feet dangle off the couch. So I'm not mad at it. It's kind of nice actually. And what else is good is your TV is kind of in a good placement. It's going to be off to the side, but if you buy a swivel mount, you know, you could sit back right here, relax, watch from the couch if you want. Straight in front of me. Woo! Man, I am rushing today to get a video done. It is 4 o'clock. No, 4:30. And I guarantee I'll get this video out to you guys. It's a lot of work, but I get it done for you guys. Here is your kitchen area. That's why I'm out of breath. Just so you guys know, that's the point of me saying that. Here, kitchen area, you got your sink, pretty decent size. You can actually put a plate in there and do dishes if you want. Metal faucet, little bit of counter space because of them putting a 2-top burner. I always mention this. I prefer the 2-top burner if you're trying to get a little more counter space because you cannot put 3 pots and pans on a 3-top burner anyway. So you're way better off just, you know, at least getting a little prep space on each side so that way when you're cooking you don't feel like you're right on top of everything because of that 2-top burner. You got your fancy lights. Down below you got a little bit of storage. This storage area is going to be 19 by 24, 16 inches tall. Pretty good space for pots and pans. As you can see, this does not have the oven, so that's usually where like an oven would go. We get a lot of like customers that want either the oven or no oven, so we order them, you know, mixture of both. Another small storage. This one's a little bit smaller. 10 by 16, 16 inches tall. Kind of utilize that however you want. Looks like this is right underneath your sink, so I imagine it's pretty easy to get to your plumbing. Just take those 2 screws out. I believe 25,000 BTU furnace right there. That thing will get hot for this size of unit. You got your light fan combo and your microwave. Looks like this is just a standard microwave. It's not like a convection oven or anything like that. One thing I want to point out is check this out. You got GE microwave. You got GE stovetop. And you also got a GE refrigerator, as well as a GE AC. So the reason I like that is all of these are real name brand appliances. It is not just a bunch of brands pieced together, and they're all stainless steel. Look how good that looks. So everything is nice and sleek. If you ever have any warranty work, it's all the same brand. You don't have a bunch of random brands pieced together. You do have this storage up above. Not bad. And this storage for pots, you know, maybe for cups, bowls, plates, things like that. This is going to be 16 by 13 and 17 inches tall. So it's not a bad kitchen, you know. Remember, this is just for 2 people. It's not like you need to bring the entire kitchen along. Let's see where plugs are at. Plugs are important for the kitchen. Looks like you have the one plug right there on the side of that sink area. I don't see any other ones. Looks like that's the only one. Moving to the right, like I said, GE refrigerator. This is a 12-volt fridge, so it's deeper and it cools very fast. So I'm talking like within 10-15 minutes, this thing will get cold. And you do have a switch right here. How nice is that? So when you're not using it, you actually have a switch, and I need to turn that off because it'll drain my golf cart battery, but you can turn it off, you know, if you're not using it like I am now. Got plenty of, you know, holders for those cold snacks, and then your separate freezer. Pretty good size. This looks like an 8 cubic foot refrigerator. Looks like an 8 cubic foot 12-volt refrigerator. Moving on to the right, like I said, you do have a 4-seater dinette, pretty good size, and it also converts to a bed as well. So if you have even more guests coming or anything like that, you can take those 2 poles out, and then throw those cushions on top, and you have a nice place to sit. And then I have the lengths right here. So I measured from literally this cushion to the same side over there. You're looking at 70 by 45. I did that backwards. 45 this way and 70 this way, obviously. So you can sleep an adult on this, and it's pretty simple to take it down. And I think you got a little storage underneath as well. So all of this is storage underneath. I can't get it with one hand, but you do have storage down below on both of them. So this thing, you'll see once we keep working our way through this, it has a ton of storage. Like when I was in the kitchen area, you're probably like, wow, that is not very much storage. So as we move to the back, check it out. Now you got your pantry, or, you know, whatever you want to use it for. You got these nice bins. I love when they do this because I'm sure, you know, it's not expensive for them to do, but sometimes it's just the small things, you know? And if you take these bins out, like let's say you don't want to use those and you want to get a little added storage, you got 3 spots right there. They are 21 by 14 and 14 inches tall. So imagine how much storage you're getting just in this one location. And then, wha-bam, you got another massive pantry or whatever you'd like. These are kind of like in place, so you can't remove them like some trailers. This is going to be 21 by 27, each one of these, and they're 12 inches tall. So 21 by 27, each of these, and 12 inches tall. That is going to be really good storage. Look at that. I could barely reach the back of that. And then they give you another one. Man, they should have just kept going and give you another one right here, but it looks like that's some mechanical stuff back there. This one is a little smaller. You're looking at 21 by 27 and 18 inches tall. So if you were worried about kitchen storage in the beginning, I think that just solved it. You know, you can even use it as a wardrobe if you want, if you're not bringing, you know, a lot of kitchen stuff along, or your snacks or whatever you need to bring, but not bad. As I said, this does have a GE roof-mounted AC. It is not ducted because of the size of the unit. But one cool thing about this AC is it actually has a heat pump in it. So I already showed you it has a heater, but let's say in the morning you just want to cut that chill, you know? You don't want to waste your propane. It's just a little bit nippy. Turn this on and it works down to 25 degrees and it will definitely cut the chill in here, and you can conserve some of that propane. But I will say you do need to be plugged into shore power or a generator. You know, if you're in a generator, that kind of defeats the purpose because then you're using gas for that. But a really nice option to have, you know, if you're at a KOA campground or something where you are plugged in, you don't have to run that furnace. You can easily turn that on and heat this place up. Moving to the bathroom. Let's check it out. I did some good measurements in here for you guys too, because we all want to know how much room do you got on the commode. Let's see, where's the light? Your light switch is right over here. As you can see, not bad. Pretty decent amount of floor space. You know what we're going to do? We're going to sit on this toilet, make sure we got enough knee room, shoulder room. All right. So, my gimbal's acting funny again. Not bad. Pretty decent amount of knee room. I think most people will be okay. Look, I could stretch my legs out, turn you around so you could see how much shoulder room I got and see me roasting. See, I feel like most people will be comfortable on this. And this countertop right here kind of goes in so you can, you know, reach if you have to. I did do the measurements right here for you. So this measurement, like I'm talking from the toilet to there, you're looking at 22 by 28, this square area, 22 by 28. So, I mean, I'd say I could get out and dry off in here with the door shut, but everyone is different, obviously. To the left of me, you got a little bit of counter space, good size sink. So if you want to bring your hairdryer, straightener, things like that along, you got a plug as well as a place to put it. This area right here is 13 by 25. So that is bigger than what I normally see when they put that extra counter space to the left. You got some added storage down below. These two kind of connect. See? Whee! This is 12 by 28. That's from here and just like behind this a little bit. So this will be some added storage. 12 by 28 right there. Easy access to your plumbing. This is not a medicine cabinet, just a standard mirror. You do have your little towel hangers there. Let's get into this shower so you see how much room I got. Ugh. I'm not the tallest guy. Like I said, I am 5'7", but not bad. Check it out. Pretty good. Still got a little headroom. Can move around. See, I could take a step side to side. Ooh, jab my ribs. The shower head is at a little bit of a low spot, but not bad because you can take it off and it's like a wand. So pretty standard bathroom shower. Measurements of this shower, you are looking at 21 by 33 for that shower pan, and from the shower pan to your head hitting that screen in the skylight, you're looking at 6 feet 2 inches. So if you're 6'3", you're gonna have to remove the screen and have your head popping out the top. So 6 feet 2 inches from the shower pan up to that screen. What do you guys think of that bathroom? It is a compromise. I will say it's a little bit of a compromise just because look at all of this room you're getting out here. So you just really got to think about the things that you're gonna want more. Do you want more of a living space, or do you want more of a bathroom? I personally would enjoy having this dinette and the couch. If that bathroom was any bigger, I don't think you would be able to get this dinette. I also don't think you would be able to get that storage. So me personally, I think that bathroom is perfect because how fantastic is that storage right there? Like even if they brought it out, you would lose a ton of storage. And let's face it, storage goes extremely quickly. So let's go outside. I'll show you some of the storage out there. One thing I want to show you, check it out. You could turn the lights off individually. Might not seem like a big deal, but you'd be surprised. A lot of these companies, you have to turn all of them on and you can't turn them off, you know, individually. You know, if you're kicking back, watching a movie, maybe reading a book, you don't want to have all your lights on. So keep an eye out for that. That's something that a lot of people miss up. Over here, you got tons of windows on this side of the trailer that you can open. You know, just open up some of the windows, let a lot of that fresh air in. But overall, I'm a huge fan of this because of that super slide. Let's go take a look at the storage. This is your control panel. So you got JBL speakers, indoor, outdoor speakers, your awning lights, your water pump, water heater, all of that good stuff. All you do is push a button and it turns on. You don't have to light the water heater. You got all your readings for your tanks. So, ooh, battery is actually doing pretty good. So this will, I get this question a lot. This does have a screen door. It's just the way I open it. So it will have a screen door, you know, if you just want to let some fresh air in. Whew. Check it out. I think I lost a little weight. That was hot. Ooh, it's so nice out though. Ooh, that's hot. That door gets hot. So moving up to the front, that's probably one thing I'd switch out is get an electric jack, but it's pretty simple, just 3 bolts. Get yourself an electric one, makes it way easier. Looks like you get one 20-pound tank. Another, I've also seen customers add 2, not a big deal. Battery area will go right here, and it does have a battery disconnect right there. So when you're ready to store this thing, real simple, just turn that off and you're ready to go. Your storage. You even got the magnets. Oh yeah. Look at all that storage. That is really good storage. This is wired for solar. It's so you just need to get the panels, but that is a lot of storage. I wish I would have been able to measure that for you guys. That is really good. Watch, see that switch right there? Check this out. How awesome is that? You can't see it, huh? These lights all right here wrap up and over the cap at night. It looks like Tron. It is so cool. Coming over here to the left, you got your solid steps that just fold right into the doorway. They're even giving you a glass door. I have not seen one break yet, but you can't see through it. They trick you. Like I said, you got your outdoor speakers, your awning lights. They have, they change like 25 different colors. It's like a disco dance techno thing outside. You can switch those colors up. To the back, got your spare tire, your city water, your black tank flush, and your 30 amp plug right there. Here is your slide out. So look at this, look how big this thing is. Dang, 4,000 pounds dry. There is your gray and black flush. So when you're ready to drain this bad boy, I wish I could tell you the price on this, but the reason I don't do that is because pricing changes quite often in the RV industry just because of the price of metal, fuel, materials, things like that. But definitely give me a call. I'm located at Albuquerque RV in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Our phone number will be down in the description. Call in and I'd be more than happy to discuss pricing and everything like that with you. This is going to be a very affordable coach if you're looking for something to just get out on the road. This does have a 6-gallon water heater. So there's your water heater right there. Catalina, like I said, is pretty much all we carry when we're doing the more traditional build. But we're going to end this thing quickly. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I try to do a new tour every single day, but being that it's summertime, it's just getting super crazy busy. As you can see, I'm a little more flustered today because I'm running around helping customers and still trying to do videos for you guys at the same time. I'm a full-time salesperson, so obviously I got to make a living and do that first, but definitely stick around because I have so many great trailers coming up. And like I said, our phone number will be down in the description. I hope you guys have a good evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, guys.